We have officially arrived at the 2019 overnight walk here in Boston. So we wanted to say a quick hello. I've done this walk, this is my fourth, I believe, and it is 16 to 18 miles. I haven't checked the walk route yet for exactly how long it is. Overnight from about 7 we start walking, and then we walk until like 3 in the morning. So we're very... Everybody, so we just finished mile 1, and if you don't know, every mile that I am walking is being dedicated. Now we are walking right now, so you're gonna hear a lot of people, you're gonna see a lot of things, but it's a walk, that's what happens. So mile 1 was dedicated to the number 1, my mom. Hi Mom, I love you. I'm gonna put a picture over this hopefully right now of the photo that I sent her to get started, but my mom is one of the most supportive people when I got started with AFSP and up until now. When I first got started, I could not drive and I couldn't do anything. So between her and my dad, they would always be driving me to meetings super far away and everything. But Mom, I love you. If I got started thinking about you, I get started strong. So I love you. All right guys, so we are currently on mile 2. So mile 2, rather than taking a specific dedication for, we've had a lot of deaths by suicide in our area of first responders. And I have so much respect for all of the people who go out there and protect us every single day. And veterans, we are very well aware that suicide is a problem in the veteran community. So when I walked the second mile, I started walking the second mile my first year for all of the veterans that we lose to suicide, and now I walk for the veterans and the first responders. I am lucky enough to work with an individual that is an incredible person in that community, and out of respect for them, I'm not going to say their name, but just know if you're watching this, you know who you are. I am inspired by you every single day. I'm so proud of you. You do incredible things for your community and for the community at large, and this mile is for all of you. So thank you for all that you do. If you are a veteran and you are struggling with suicide, please call 1-800-273-8255. They do have a veteran crisis line specifically for you. So, thank you. Hello everybody, so we have made it to rest stop 1. There's this beautiful thing behind me. And I wanted to say a quick shout out to the person who I'm walking this mile for. We're currently on mile 3. This one, we're at a rest stop. So the person I'm dedicating this mile to is a wonderful friend of mine, Kate, who I was lucky enough to finally get to meet today. So first and foremost, it was wonderful meeting you and Dave. I am so grateful that I finally got to meet you. And there's so many things that I could say about this woman. As much as we only met today, feels like we've known each other forever, and I'm so incredibly grateful to know her. She has been the kind of person that I could always message and talk to no matter how I was feeling, and I can't thank her enough for that. And she's that for a lot of people, and I know that, and she would probably not want that credit, but she truly is astounding. But for those of you that don't know, the reason that I continue to stream has everything to do with her son, Evan. And without saying anything that is disrespectful or that is not my place, Evan is an incredible person, and I absolutely love him. We would voice memo each other at night, and he is the reason that I continue doing live streams, because everything that this kid would say to me, and everything that this kid deserves, and every individual deserves, he taught me so much, and I don't know if there's words that I can put to how much that you taught me, Evan, but I love you, and I'm always here for you, and I'm proud of you. And I know that things get really hard, and I know that they get frustrating, and I know that it's hard, but I just want you to know that you're never alone. I love you, and when I walk this mile, I am going to always think of you. Every mile 3, forever, I will be thinking of you. And the thing that I like to say a lot, but I'm going to say especially now, and I'm going to spin while you can see it, there are so many people walking tonight, and they're walking for people that are struggling, and they're walking for people that we've lost, but they're also walking for people who deserve better mental health care, who deserve better care in general, and who deserve a more compassionate society and culture and public policy and all of those things. So Catherine, I adore you, I love you, I'm proud to know you as a human being. Evan, I adore you, I love you, I am proud of knowing you. And Dave, it was wonderful to meet you today. Of course, I cannot leave you out. And to all of Catherine's kids, you guys have made me smile countlessly. I love our late night little video video chat. Voice memos that you send me when you send me your songs, I love them. One night, I actually remember, she was the person who introduced me to the music from The Greatest Showman. So I've been humming This Is Me this entire mile for you, babe. I love you. I'll talk to you very soon, and this mile's for you. Bye. Stop distracting me. So, we just passed mile marker 4. So, Heather, I also met you today in person for the first time. And first of all, this was a beautiful message to come from you because you are completely the person that does this. So, Heather sent me that what she wants me to remind people for her mile is that people who are struggling and people who are living with depression don't always feel like they can reach out. And it's very difficult and you feel like a burden. And her message that she wanted to share for her mile was that if you haven't heard from your friends in a while and you know they're struggling, or even just if you haven't heard from somebody in a while, don't hesitate to reach out and send them that first message. If you've seen one of the PSAs that AFSP does called Seize the Awkward, they have a bunch of ways that you can start that conversation. It's not always an easy conversation to start, I know that. But it's a very important message that if we're going to be here for all of our friends, that it's okay to ask for help, but it's also okay to offer help and be there for them and love them. Heather, you wonderful, wonderful human, you are the person who does this countless ways, countless people, countless times. But I know for me, I was having a rough patch, and you knew that, I think it was a year ago now, and you sent me a Disney puzzle. And I am so sorry that I never sent you a picture of it done, but it meant the world to me, not that you sent me something, but that you sent your love. And I appreciate you, I love you, and I actually do have, don't know if I've told you this, I have your card hanging up in my bedroom. So I love you, I appreciate you, it was wonderful meeting you today, it was wonderful meeting Josh today, and I cannot appreciate you more. I hope that this message is what you wanted. I love you, and this smile's for you. It's so dark. Okay, well, it's really an out of the darkness walk right now. So this smile is dedicated to one of the easily most important people in my life, my lovely guide mother and cousin, Jelena. So first and foremost, this is going to be the fastest mile I walk, because as soon as I'm done walking, I get to get in the car, come home and see you. I miss you so much. And the fact that you're at the house right now is very much making me want to run, but I'm not going to do that. So my cousin is also, mile 5 is for my cousin and also for my aunt. So for those of you who don't know, we lost my aunt Maureen 3 years ago, and the first year that I did the overnight, it was probably one of the hardest things for me to do because I walked it alone, but I was walking with grief, and that's not an easy thing to do. And I know a lot of people tonight are walking with grief, whether you be 1 year, 1 month, or 20 years out from your loss, you are always walking with that. And I think a lot of people from AFSP, they're cheering us on. Say hi, guys. They're cheering for you, Joe. So I know that every time you guys come to one of these walks, as much as they're hopeful and as much as they are wonderful, a lot of us are carrying our grief as we're doing this. So this is the reality, is that when somebody has an untreated depression or untreated mental illness for a very long time, this is the reality. And we have to start accepting that mental health is just as important as physical health, and that it does lead to death. So, Mo, I miss you. Hello, gorgeous. I love you. Probably finished mile 5 by the time I finish this, but oh well. Love you. Okay, so we are on mile 6. And the individual who this mile is dedicated to has asked to remain nameless. They do so much work that nobody sees, and they are incredibly humble about it, and they do a lot for people who are struggling with their mental health. They are a good friend to those people, but they're also somebody who has used their own strength to get through a lot. And without getting super specific, because I don't want to disrespect, again, anybody's story that they didn't send me, I'm not going to get super specific, but the individual that you have become, I am so proud of every single day. Through all of the ups and downs, I love you and I am proud of you. And when I walk this mile for you, I am going to be thinking of all the times that you have made me smile, and all of the times that you've been there for me and I've been there for you. All our little mental health days, and the fact that you're just a person that came into my life at such a funny time in a funny way. But no matter what, we ended up being incredible friends. So I'm grateful to you, I love you, and this smile's for you. Alright guys, so it's going to gradually continue to get darker, obviously, but We just passed the mile 7 marker, and mile 7 I am walking for Paula and her daughter Lexi. And Paula has been doing this overnight for longer than I have and is probably on mile 10 right now and is way ahead of me. But the message that she wanted me to share was, oh, hello, was, my Lexi, I carry you in my heart with every step I take and every breath I take. Yeah! Woo! For every young Alexis Sky, give everything but up. Stop suicide. So her team, I believe, is give everything but up. Paula, you are such a light. You're so sweet. And the first time that I met you, I think, was at an overnight. So I'm happy to walk this mile for you and for your daughter. Thank you. So we just had snacks. And depending who asked, I might have cried, but I'm pretty sure that it was Eric crying. To the lovely individuals who have been sending me messages tonight, and especially the individual that knows they made me cry, thank you. I love you guys. You guys keep me so motivated. Not just when I'm doing weird things like walking through a city all night, but every single day. You guys always keep me so motivated, so thank you. This smile is dedicated to Jessica. So I didn't know exactly what you wanted me to say, Jess, but I went on your Facebook profile, and I thought this was an incredible message to share. So it's a quote. Somebody's playing a Disney song. Sorry. So you posted this the other day, and I decided that I would share that with everybody. It's a quote. It doesn't say who it's from. That says, no matter how far you've traveled down the wrong road, you can always turn around and get back on the right track. So that's always an important message for people. I think when you're in recovery, sometimes, I think especially when we talk about things like sobriety or being clean of whatever it is, when we talk about that, the hardest thing is when you have a relapse and not knowing if you're gonna be able to stay clean again, and how do you get clean again, and things like that. So wherever you are in your recovery, if you've had to start and stop and restart and you're watching this right now, I hope this can be a message for you that wherever you are in your healing journey, I'm proud of you. And it's okay to start again tonight if you have to. So I'm proud of every individual right now that's fighting in recovery, and Jess, this smiles for you.
I love you, Brian. I'm so proud of you for pulling through. A message to a survivor from Laura. For this mile, I was asked to share the message, Lauren loves you, cuz.
Okay, so we are up to mile 12, and somebody just asked me how I'm talking in these. I'm out of breath, and I'm just not caring and talking anyway. So, Cheryl, smile is for you and your 2 brothers. Cheryl lost both of her brothers, but she's also had her own experiences and her own struggles. I wish that we were walking together right now, but I know that I will be seeing you next year, wherever it is, and the entire time I do this mile, I'm gonna have Phil Collins stuck in my head, because that's our common ground. So, I love you, I'm remembering you and your brothers for this mile, and I will see you at the next walk.
I walk mile 13 for somebody that I met through AFSP's son. Mikey, your mom wants me to tell you happy birthday to her angel son.
My legs are shot.
All right, guys, we got 2 miles left. Woo-hoo. We're definitely feeling it a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. None of us are doing anything tomorrow. We have never met in person. I would love to, but she did the San Francisco walk last week, and she walks for her mom. And you might see the picture that I post with her. I'm pointing to my bracelet, so I actually don't have one, but she's doing this incredible thing where she has bracelets that she hands out for Team Bonnie.
One second, guys. I'm not going to stream while we find a late moment. That's a safe moment. It's all a late moment.
All right, we're looking good.
1 second, guys. Oh no, we broke the phone. Okay.
Slow down.
Sorry, guys. All right. So this is one of the stories from her. Last night I gave a Team Bonnie bracelet to our bartender and told her what it was for. And later on, I gave one to the other bartender. And she said, I just really want to let you know how much it meant to my coworker that you gave her one. This hits close to home for her, but you genuinely made her day. Just know what you're doing is absolutely amazing. And she has stories like this all the time. To give you an idea of who Michaela is, this was something else she said. I want to change the world. I want to leave a positive impact on those around me. I want to be the person I needed years ago when I was struggling. I want someone to look up and say, to look at me and say, because of you, I didn't give up. I want my friends and even strangers to know that when they feel they have no one, they can turn to me. And I want each and every person that crosses paths with me to know they are so important and this world needs them. So I stole that right from your Facebook page. This mile's for you and for your mom. Alright guys, 1 mile left. So this mile is dedicated to, in memory of Jamilax. Her friends and family love and miss her every day, and they continue to honor her life and legacy every day. I know how hard it can be as a loss survivor to talk about the fact that you are a loss survivor, and she did an incredible job, and I applaud your courage, and I'm remembering your sister for this mile. I'm so glad I've met you. You are the sweetest. I'm so glad I met your son. He's the cutest. And this mile's for you. Alright guys, so if you know the overnight at all, you know what the white shirt means. We did it. We're done. So, my phone died, which has the list of walk dedications, but mile 16 I walked for myself, but also for a lot of the people that I've met through AFSP. And one of those lovely ladies is Jackie and her dog Belle. So I love them a lot, and I actually did see a cute little pupper when we finished up, so that made me think of you immediately, Jackie. And then there's some other people that I'm not going to name names a ton. Michelle, I will name your name because I know you didn't get to come to the walk, but I was thinking of you this last mile and your brother. And one of the individuals that I was thinking of, I am not going to say her name just because I didn't talk to her about this, but when I came to my first Out of the Darkness walk, there was a woman, Sharon, and her husband Dave, and they are the ones who brought me to my very first Out of the Darkness walk and changed my life forever. But the thing that made me send that email to AFSP and become a volunteer was I met this extraordinary woman who was willing to share her story, and she had lost her son and then her nephew. And every single walk I think about them and their family, and this was no exception. So thank you for your honesty and your bravery, because without you I don't know that I would have become an advocate, and I don't know that I would have become the person that I am today. So thank you for being so brave and so willing to walk with me and teach me. And then, of course, Eric's not over here right now, but I have to thank him for doing these crazy things with me. And if you look this way, that's Phil. Hi, I caught you taking a selfie. That's Phil. I don't know if you can see Rooney, it's a little too dark. Those are the other people that we walked with tonight. If you don't know, Phil is a rock star, and our chapter is so much better for having him, but we also walked together and yelled together while we walked up a hill at one point. So we are really lucky to all have each other, but this one's for all of you. We are done, and now just to drive home. And thank you guys. I love you guys, and I hope that these little videos tonight at the walk can bring you some hope, and hopefully I can have the vlog up by Monday. I love you guys, and we'll talk soon.